beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for the end of May right through the end of June 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome, but I don't know if you felt that the energy of those Tibetan symbols was quite forceful. So very powerful energy. So some of you, if you've taken yourself out of the dating game, some of you may feel like you have to force yourself back on in, especially if you felt that the dating scene has been a bit oversaturated, or you're just feeling a little bit dissatisfied with your dating life. You may have taken yourself out of the arena for a little while, and now you're feeling, oh, it's time to get back on in there. But that energy with those Tibetan symbols was a little bit intense. So perhaps there's a very intense connection coming on in as well, but let's see what's coming your way. Now your 12th house is currently governing you at this time, and that really is the deepest part of your chart, okay? So you may feel a little bit more sensitive than usual, but it is a perfect time to meet a very deep, meaningful connection and have a connection with someone who is very, very spiritual. Also, it's a prime time to open up and let someone in, allow them to see the sensitive side of you. So it does mean that you're preparing yourself to meet new love. Now, also, you may feel a little bit more withdrawn than usual during this cycle. So, it will require extra effort to get out there and put yourself in a situation to meet love. And it can also indicate that if you have a secret crush on somebody, feelings may get confessed during this time. Or if you start seeing someone new, it can also indicate that you're keeping them to yourself, or you're not telling anybody about the connection until it becomes something a little bit more solid. It's like, you know, a private connection between you and someone, getting to know each other before you announce it to friends or family. Now, your 7th house takes over from the 12th house, and that really is all about love. The 7th house is about romantic partnerships, relationships, and passionate connections. So the next couple of weeks, it is a prime time to meet somebody new. So let's see who's coming on in towards you. I'm going to get all of your cards, as I said, first. I'm doing a Celtic cross as well. But looking at your overarching energy, I feel a lot of you are trying to find balance in your life. You're focusing on your projects, you're focusing on your personal development. And yes, there has been a bit of a delay on the dating scene for you, but I feel the reason there's been a bit of a blockage for you all is to focus on your mission in life, your true life's purpose. Some of you are really, you know, looking at meaning and purpose in your life and trying to make major changes. And you've been searching for direction, but if it's been a bit stagnant in your love life, I definitely see some movement forward over the next couple of months, that's for sure. But let's see what's in your immediate future. Now, what they're showing me in the water straight away is they're showing me 10-pin bowling. Okay, so either you're about to meet someone new and they're going to offer 10-pin bowling as a date option, but there's going to be a conversation. This is so random. I don't know who needs to hear this or what's going on there, but you know, I love a bit of 10-pin bowling, but they're showing me there's a conversation that arises from this 10-pin bowling scenario of either you or this person not really wanting to wear someone else's shoes. Okay, and there may be a conversation about, yeah, I don't really know how I feel about renting someone else's shoes to play the bowling. Okay, so I mean, that's what's just coming through there. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear that, or there may be just a conversation about that. And I feel, well, the way I see it is either you try your luck and you get to wear your own shoes. I'm not really sure how this conversation's working out, but that's what they're showing me. But I do feel like 10-pin bowling could be an option, or yeah. So I'll leave that there because that's very precise. Okay, it may not be the date that you have with this person, but it certainly it's a conversation to look out for. That's what these things that come up in the water, these symbols, signs, songs, sometimes images, it tends to mean nothing in the moment sometimes, but all of a sudden everything starts to slot into place and you realize that actually they're pointing you in the direction to the path that you're meant to be on. Now there's definitely a new connection on the horizon for you, and it's not too far away. The outcome energy, it is love. We got an Ace of Cups there. And you're feeling a little bit uncertain about your love life, I would keep in mind the bowling thing, because that conversation may arise. And it may not be on your first date. It may be on a date in the future with this person. So just look out for that. Anyway, your starting card there is the Temperance card. So you have had a lot of patience. You've been waiting for love. And I feel like you haven't been sitting there, darning your socks by candlelight, waiting at the window for someone to pass by and love you. No, you've been focusing on your projects. You've been focusing on your life. You've been focusing on bringing peace, harmony into your life, and you're really examining what's important to you. Okay, so of course your family, your friends, your projects, or your direction, but this is really a card of blending energies. And being a Gemini energy, you are a sign of duality. So you need someone who really blends with your lifestyle as well as, your personality, of course. And, I feel like you're going to meet someone who is a little bit different than you, which is wonderful. And they actually perfectly fit your lifestyle is what they're showing me. This person, they could also be from a different part of the world, because they're actually showing me a globe in the water right now. I mean, it could even mean that you're going to meet this person on a vacation, or if you're traveling to a different part of the world for work. So they're just showing me a globe. I mean, it could simply mean that you or this person have a globe in your house, as like an ornament or something, but they're just showing me that as being relevant. It's actually spinning the way they're showing me. They're not actually showing me any part of the world that's relevant in particular. It's just a spinning globe. So I'm just going to leave that there. That image may not resonate for everybody, but yes, I feel some of you have been learning to listen to your own soul song, and you're vibing at a frequency now where you are partnering up with somebody as well. Now there's something here about pen friends. Pen friends, some of you may have been communicating with someone, or you may have joined some sort of pen friend group, or maybe that's something you've been thinking about, or some of you may have been communicating with somebody but you haven't seen them. They may be across, they may be at a distance from you. So if you've been communicating with someone, I feel this person will eventually move. They will relocate to closer to you if you're already talking to someone new. And of course, if you're not talking to someone new, it's not too far away. You're about to meet someone who really captures your attention and your curiosity. Now we do have, we've actually got the World card in the resistance position. So some of you have been closing out cycles or getting closure on situations from the past, but the World card indicates you've been learning some lessons as you've been in a single energy. And some of you in the past, you may have had a karmic situation, someone who taught you a lesson where it seemed like it was your soulmate or a passionate connection that would be with you for life. But I feel you were meant to learn some things about yourself and others through that connection. And it was preparing the way for this new person, okay? Now, the World card in the resistance position is like I got it in the reverse. So it feels like your love life has been stagnant. You have been, the energy I'm getting here, and some of this energy I don't agree with, so I'm going to give you what they're giving me, because this may be the way that you have been feeling, but let me put it this way. You are whole all by yourself, okay? There's not, some of you may be like, I want to find my other half, okay? And I always believe when we talk with those words and say, I want to find my other half, it suggests part of us is missing or part of us feels incomplete without another. Okay, so I feel that you are maturing and recognizing that you are whole all by yourself, and that this new love that's coming on in is a welcome addition to your life. They bring a whole set of different ideas and energies to the table, and both of you share in reciprocity a union. You come together, both whole human beings who are complete in their own lives, because remember, happiness comes from within, and you meet each other halfway and you take the journey of love and life together. But some of you may have felt a little bit incomplete. And perhaps I'm picking up on an energy that, your projects are doing okay right now. You're just trying to find your way in the world, and you may feel that some things are going really well for you, but love really isn't going well for you at the moment, and you feel a bit incomplete in that area of your life. Perhaps that's what I'm picking up on. But with the World card in this position, it does indicate that some of you have been contemplating a move or a restructure of your life, and when you implement those changes that you've been thinking about or called to do, that's when you are closer to meeting love. Okay. Also, with the World card, this indicates you're going to be at the right place at the right time to meet the right person. And some of you may have felt that you've not been in the right frame of mind, or you haven't been in the right frequency to welcome love in right now, because you have had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, or you've been focusing on making a path for yourself. If you're in the working environment, you may be thinking about career sector or your life's purpose at this time, and you may have not had time to find love. And when you have dipped your attention into the dating pool, you may have found that there is a deficiency of people that attracts your attention or gives you that spark, and it has been a little bit difficult. But I feel for those of you who are wanting love, you're going to be in the right situation very, very soon to meet this new person, okay? Now, some of you may have a vacation or some sort of travel booked. You've got the World card and you've got the Chariot card. So it indicates that there is movement happening in your love life, but some of you may be actually physically putting yourself on a spiritual retreat because your 12th house is activated, which is about exploring the deepest recesses of your soul and going on a personal journey of discovery. Now, this can be a trip that you've planned for later on in the year, or it could be something that's coming up or that you're on right now. There's definitely an energy here of building confidence and rediscovering parts of yourself through travel. And also with the Chariot card as your outcome energy, it really indicates that you are the master or the mistress of your destiny, and you are taking the initiative to put yourself in a situation to meet a loving and dedicated commitment. So I feel some of you may be dipping your toe back into the dating game after a while, after taking yourself out, because it's almost like I feel this energy of being put on pause. Okay, so I just feel that some of you may have put dating on the back burner for a little while, or we've got the World card there as well, so it could be world circumstances that we've all experienced in the last couple of years put dating on a bit of a pause for you. The pandemic could have really delayed you getting out there and meeting someone new, and you have other responsibilities or other focuses at this time, because of course it has been a very tumultuous time where we all felt very much turned upside down by events. So you're just recalibrating your energy and really thinking about what's important to focus on. Now, with the Chariot card, this really indicates that you will be successful in love. It means things are going to move in the right direction. And if there's been any struggle or any difficulties, you're going to overcome those. There is change and there is action. And I feel that love has been a bit of a journey for you, and that there may have been cycles with people in the past, or one person in the past in particular, who perhaps it was very hard to get closure on that situation. Or really, it has been a cycle that's been open for a while, where someone has come in and out of your life and it hasn't really fully been realized as a long-term connection. I feel like you're moving on from that and getting closure on that. And if you've been feeling a little bit in limbo with your love life, things are all about to change for you, okay? Now, your starting position is the Four of Cups. You're pretty fed up, okay? You're pretty fed up with the way that love has gone. And some of you with the Four of Cups may have been closed to love offers that came in. And it may be that you feel no one's really vibing. There's no spark, because we do have well, we've got an Ace of Wands here, and we've got an Ace of Cups. So you may feel that no one has really given you that spark or that sudden like attention, you know, making you, okay, how I mean this sentence is, because I'm scrying at the same time as giving your reading, so I'm picking up on this energy that you're really focused on a lot of things right now, my beautiful Gemini, and it's going to take a very interesting person to attract your attention away from some of the things that you've been focused on. So it's almost like love hasn't really been, you know, attracting you right now. So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that, because the Four of Cups really indicates that you're going to be surprised by the universe. Suddenly there is a new option coming on in, someone you're not even expecting. And if you haven't met this person already, you're going to meet this person very, very soon. The Four of Cups can indicate you've been feeling very unfulfilled in love, or the options that have been on offer right now. And some of you may have even looked back at past love relationships or situations that you have been experiencing and felt, you know, disappointed with the way that things have gone. And they're really indicating, whilst it's okay to look back in order to learn lessons, don't live in the past, because you may miss someone in the present moment. Okay, so I definitely get someone new coming on in here for you. Also, there may have been a lesson that has been repeated a couple of times for you to learn. Sometimes it takes us a little while to learn a lesson, and some people, they learn the lesson quite quickly. But if you've noticed that you are attracting the same sort of people or situations in love that really are not as fulfilling as you'd hoped for, I feel like you are learning a lesson of what, you know, to notice what you certainly do not want in a relationship, and take the courage to say, no, that's not something I'm vibing with. That's not for me. So I feel like you're learning to look at red flags. But there's someone new, a wonderful potential for love here. It's very passionate, it's very loving, it's very kind, and it's reciprocal in its nature, and it's a surprise. Okay, now what's crossing you at the moment? We got the Nine of Pentacles. You are someone who is very, very independent. You live life on your own terms, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. You're attracting someone who's equally independent as well, but also you're attracting someone who is very, very fun. Now the Nine of Pentacles indicates you're saving yourself for the one. It's an energy of conservation when you get the Nine of Pentacles, but also it indicates you've been focusing on your projects, you've been focusing on your finances, you've been trying to save money so that you're in a very secure position and build a life of luxury for you as well. The Nine of Pentacles actually tells me that whilst you may hope to find someone new in love, you're also enjoying rediscovering parts of yourself. You're also enjoying your singledom. So whilst there may be a longing, you know, I see that you are all good by yourself, but love in a partnership would be a welcome addition to your life. Okay, now we've got the Elephant here as well, so this indicates some of you may be remembering past situations where you overgave your energy or you overgave in love and you felt that it was imbalanced or not reciprocal, and I feel like you have been learning those lessons as well. Now, don't shoot the messenger when I say this. Some of us, not all of us, but I'm getting a really big energy here of my beautiful Gemini. You've been in a single energy, and yes, you've got a lot on your plate. You're focusing on a lot of projects right now. You have a lot of multitasking to do in life. Sometimes when we get into a cycle, it's hard to break a cycle. We get complacent. So if we always think, you know what, tomorrow I'll put myself on a dating website, or tomorrow I'll go to that event, or I'm really busy right now, I can't focus on love. You know, sometimes we get in a cycle where we repeat and we never change. So I do feel you are trying to change your circumstances, especially since you've got the Chariot card here and the Temperance card. I feel like you're trying to recalibrate your schedule or make more time for you so that you can open yourself up to love. Because I always say this, even finding love or putting yourself in a position to find love is an act of self-care. Now, I actually see you making some changes in your life that really benefit you and bring love in. Now, this could be by doing something that's very adventurous or something that you feel called to do. You're taking the initiative to put yourself in a situation, and when you do that, there is love to be found in that situation. So it could be that you're putting yourself on a hobby, or you're joining the gym, or you're doing some sort of sporting event, because I see it physical energy here as well. Somewhere where you put all your energy, your passion and attention into something. That's when you meet this new person, okay? Now, what's below you, we have a Nine of Wands, very cautious energy. So some of you with the Nine of Wands energy, you could have been hurt in the past, especially when we've got the World card in the open position, shall we say, where you feel there needs to be a closure in a situation. Now, it doesn't mean you want to return to a past situation. It can indicate that past situations have somehow influenced the way you operate and you approach love in a different, more guarded way. The Nine of Wands is a cautionary energy, and it's also a very uncertain energy. And as you've got the moon here as well, some of you may be wondering how your love life is going to pan out, because things feel very uncertain right now, and you may be wanting different things than you wanted before in a person. And now, some things are a big deal and deal breakers, and other things not so much. But the Nine of Wands is a protective energy. I do feel you've been creating healthier boundaries, which is really wonderful. But also, I feel this is energy of you've been taken away unawares in love in the past. Let me just pull a quick card on that, because the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior of the deck. Okay, so it can indicate that love has been difficult. I mean, it could be that there has been a scarcity of love options throughout your life, and you haven't really connected to anybody. So you're wondering how that could possibly change, and you're just feeling really uncertain and a little bit protective of your heart. And if you've been hurt in the past, you may be guarding your heart because you feel that love has been unkind, and that perhaps someone new would turn out the same way. But I actually see a new loving person who will not treat you in the same way. I'm only picking the uprights in this deck just so you're aware. We got the Ace of Pentacles. That's 3 aces here. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. When we get these two cards together, you may be asking, is it worth it? So maybe in the past you've experienced love and it's felt like pain to you, or you may feel that you meet people who come in really strongly with a big effort, and then it kind of peters out into something that doesn't really make as much progress, or it tends to coast. So I definitely feel right now that you're really looking at love from a point of view of dissatisfaction, and you're looking at developments and checking the exchange. That's what I'm seeing. Now also, I feel some of you are going to change the way you approach love and how you meet someone new. And you may feel a little bit cautious because you're entering into new territory. If you've been out of the dating game for a while, you may feel a little bit uncertain. You may feel like again, don't shoot the messenger when I give you this, but what I'm seeing here is they're showing me someone like dusting off the cobwebs. Now, this could be a joke that someone has made with a friend, getting back in the dating game. I'm going to dust off the cobwebs or whatever. I'm not really sure what that is, what they're showing me. Dusting off the cobwebs. I mean, it could be that you either, work in a cleaning business, or I'm not really sure. They're just showing me that. I feel it's more like like a saying, I'm dusting off the cobwebs. That's what I'm picking up here. So if you feel a little bit rusty in the dating game, shall we say, or you're a little bit shy and you've been hesitant to get out there, I feel you're being given the gift of confidence, and I actually see you attracting a lot of attention. So believe in yourself, have confidence in the wonderful you. With the Queen of Wands there, that indicates that there is a lot of attention coming your way and that you are magnetic. Allow yourself to express yourself through your wonderful passionate energy and be the wonderful, unique you, because that is your superpower. And I feel you're being guided to this new person, okay? You will actually start to see lots of synchronicities, and you're going to feel, how can I put that? You're going to feel this calling almost like, so for example, if you're walking down the sidewalk and there's something you're interested in, you may see a poster, advertising a group session, doing something that you really like, or an advertisement where you can, call up and put your name on a list to do something that you really love for you. But these are all synchronistic. The universe is placing these around for you to explore, shall we say, and inadvertently you're putting yourself in a position to meet someone new, okay? Now, in the past, we have the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is an energy of tension. So it can also indicate that some of you have, been in a period of transition where you are really connecting to your authentic version of yourself, and you're opening yourself up to new ways of approaching things, and you're looking for a more peaceful relationship status rather than having lots of drama. So if you've had previous people or situations in the past, there may have been some drama, or you may have even connected to very selfish people who wanted a relationship on their own terms. And that's not going to happen moving forward. There's reciprocity in a new relationship that's coming through. Now, also with the Five of Swords in this position, it can indicate, that there has been a very unfair path when it comes to love. And you may have had a previous relationship that perhaps did not go the way you'd hoped for. You may have seen it as a failure, but actually it was a learning experience, and it's almost preparing you for this new love. This new love that's coming on in, you won't even think back to a past situation. Okay, so just watch out for that. I'm going to pull a quick card on that Five of Swords for you as well. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? Because I am picking up an energy of someone in the past playing mind games. Okay, so I feel you're very much leaving that in the past. Ten of Pentacles. This may be someone either that you had invested heavily into a relationship with, may even be someone you were married to, or you'd invested in something and you thought they were loyal, but they, I feel like they were loyal, but they actually played mind games. Or I'm also picking up an energy that you're wondering if you're going to meet someone to settle down with, and whether you'll meet someone who has a deep bond with you, the World card. And we got the Tower. Okay, yeah. So with the Tower, because the World card is in this position here, in the Resistance position, it can indicate that there may have been a shocking event in the past with the Tower, or your world got turned upside down in a previous love relationship, and you felt pretty stuck ever since. But the World card indicates that cycle's coming to an end. Yes, you learned some difficult lessons in that situation, and it has been a struggle. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there, because believe me, I've been through the ringer in love myself in the past as well. But I learned so many things, and I applied them as I matured and realized why I went through those situations. And, it opens you up to a deeper connection. Believe it or not, you do guard yourself for some time, but when you meet the right person, you blossom. They actually show me a lotus flower in the water. The right person actually helps you grow and elevates you and brings peace. Yes, there's still passion, there's still intensity, there's loyalty, but there's this security that comes from knowing that you're with the right person, okay? Also, some of you may have felt really, really stuck. You may have had other responsibilities, like family responsibilities. You may not have even been in a relationship in the past. There just may be a lot on your shoulders right now, and you've been feeling very, very stuck. Some of you may have lived with your family and felt that you don't have much privacy, and you wanted to, bring someone home, or you wanted to connect to somebody. But I feel you're changing a cycle, and that may mean some of you are actually moving out of the family home unit, or you are, still helping your family unit or your friends, but at the same time, you're finding more space and time for you to focus on love as well. But I definitely see you having a connection, a new connection with someone in the future, where it will lead to a high level commitment. And I see that you will travel with this person, and later on in life, you'll actually relocate to another part of the world than where you are now. Okay, so I feel you and your new partner, because it will be a partner, you and your new partner, you will actually emigrate later on in life. Okay. Now, what's above you? We've got the Queen of Wands. Now, this indicates that you are a very attractive person, and you are garnering a lot of attention, okay? The Queen of Wands, as well as the Empress energy in the deck, they tend to be very attractive cards, indicating a lot of attention. And you've got the main energy here. You are magnetic during this time, and there is a very intense connection coming on in. They're actually showing me, I'm not sure how this occurs, but they're showing me when you meet this new person, there's a very strange moment where it's almost like they're so nervous when they meet you. It's like the first date. It's so yeah, they're so nervous. It's almost like they want to go in for a, like, a hug, kiss on the cheek kind of greeting. And at the same time, there's something about they go for a handshake as well. It's like a little fumble, okay? And they're showing me electricity between the hands. So this connection is very electric. But this person, they're very attracted to you from the very beginning, and it makes them feel extra nervous. They've got extra butterflies in their stomach. That's because they're so intensely drawn to you. And it just makes them do some little fumble at the beginning, okay? They may even stumble over their words a little bit, but I do feel this person is strong enough to walk by your side. It's just the initial connection. It just feels really like fumbly, okay? So don't let that put you off them. I feel it's quite endearing, actually. I feel you and this person will laugh about that later on when you establish a long-term connection, okay? Yeah, there's something very electric. There was something about their hands as well that you'll notice, but there's something very electric about touching each other. I mean, they may even give you like a little electric shock or something. I'm not sure. I'm trying to decode that image in the water, so I'm going to leave that there. Now, in the near future, we have the Six of Swords. Now, at grassroots, this card indicates, yes, you've been tested quite heavily in love, and you may even have felt, a real test of faith and confusion about where your love life is headed, and you may have felt it's not headed anywhere right now. But the Six of Swords indicates you're being taken out of difficulty. You're being guided by, forces that you can't even be aware of right now. You are going to feel it. You're going to feel like you've been put in the right place at the right time to meet this new person. But the Six of Swords indicates you're rediscovering yourself, but also you're discovering new lands. So I feel like you're being bold. You're coming out of your comfort zone, and you're going to find this new person doing something new. And the Six of Swords also indicates that you're protected. Okay, so I feel like you're being guided by ancestors in spirit to this new person who's a wonderful, loving source in your life, because they feel, it's almost like I'm getting this energy that your ancestors, they agree with this partnership. They feel this person is the one for you. So I feel they're very proud. It's almost like they feel proud to matchmake you with this person because they're ushering you or guiding you. There's going to be lots of synchronicities in your life and signs. So look out for the signs. When you meet this person, you'll notice what the signs meant, is what they're showing me. Okay. One of the main signs is a horseshoe. Okay, a horseshoe. Now, horseshoes, they tend to be lucky, of course. They're showing me a horseshoe will be relevant. Now, either this person has their own horses, or you do, or it can be that you go to a restaurant or a bar that has a horseshoe as a sign or a symbol, or even in the name. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, it could be that this person has their own business and one of their logos is a horseshoe. So look out for those things. Again, they may mean nothing to you in this moment, but when you meet this new person, everything will start to slot into place, and you'll be like, oh, the horseshoe. This is definitely the person I'm meant to be with, okay? Now, also the Six of Swords can indicate travel. So if you do have travel coming up, this is a very important time for you because it indicates you're that much closer to meeting someone new, okay? So I definitely see that you're heading in the right direction. Now, the advice to yourself in this moment is the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is a period of analysis or strategy. So some of you are thinking about getting yourself into the dating game, or you're thinking about it before you act on it, but some of you may have been feeling a little bit detached, okay? But I do feel that you are putting yourself out there, or thinking to put yourself out there. And this is a Gemini card. So I feel you right now have been in a period of focusing on your projects, being a pro at what you do, or if you're retired, you're focusing on your own projects, and you're really like analyzing the dating scene. And you may have analyzed where love had hurt. Okay, because as you can see, we've got two stems of roses there, and stems of roses, of course, they have thorns. And as you can see, this figure is holding those roses where the stems should be, or where the stems are rather, and he's wearing gloves. So I feel some of you have had previous experiences that have hurt, but I feel it's not putting you off completely getting out there to meet love. And I do feel that you're going to meet someone who blossoms with you. Now, I want to pull a card because some of you may be thinking about someone you already have an attraction to, or there's someone on your mind. So let me just pull a card on that. Now, this energy is not for all my beautiful Geminis. I have to put that out there. I'm picking up about 26% of Geminis who are thinking about somebody already. Now, this could be a crush that you have, or it could be someone that perhaps you want to reunite with. I'm not really sure. Normally, I'm quite sure, but there's someone, about 26% Gemini energy. I've got someone on their mind. Okay, so I just want to pull a card on that. Who's on Gemini's mind? Thanks so much for it, guys, going angels. Someone who hurt you, you would like to repair it. Okay, now we've got the Nine of Wands there, wounded warrior, and Eight of Pentacles is to repair, but is also to focus on. So it can mean that some of you may be, okay, let me put it this way. I don't feel all of you want to reunite with someone who hurt you. That's definitely not it. But some of you may be thinking about a time where you were hurt and it spun you off into focusing on yourself, on your projects, and you may be wondering why that relationship or that situation did not go the way that you'd hoped for. So some of you may be trying to learn lessons from those experiences. Now, for the rest of you who are thinking about someone that is not someone who hurt you, some of you may feel like you got a lot of work on and you just were wondering how is love going to factor into the mix. So I feel like you will reschedule some things, or you'll reevaluate your schedule in order to make more time for love. But if you've got a crush, let me see if some of you have got a secret crush on somebody. Let me have a look at that. Page of Wands, this person feels the same way. I feel like there's a lot of chemistry between you and this person, and there's going to be a lot of messaging between you and this person, back and forth. Page of Pentacles, I feel like you and this person could start something new, something wonderful. It's the beginning of something really exciting for both of you. I do feel like there's investment here, as well as, you know, a lot of passion. So I do feel, I mean, normally pages tend to be new energy. Okay, so if you've got a crush on somebody that you know, I do feel that this person will, they'll give you a hint, but then this is how I see it. They're going to give you a hint first that they have feelings for you, that there is chemistry there. But I do feel later on they're actually going to invest or make more effort to show you that they have feelings and they want something long term. Okay, so if you've got a crush on somebody, I definitely see it becoming something more solid, a relationship actually later on. And for those of you who do not have anybody, you're about to meet someone new. Okay. Now, the external circumstances, we have the moon. So this is to romanticize a situation. And it's really important to get clear that sometimes, you know, we can manifest love, of course, but we also need to take action. The King of Swords indicates you are someone who's honest, you're someone who is getting stuff in order, okay, getting organized in your life, clearing space for someone new, but you must take action. And actually, you're in a very powerful position. You're very attractive, you're very articulate, and even if you're shy, you know, I feel like you're being given the confidence to be very eloquent and open yourself up to someone new who comes in. But the Moon card can raise some insecurities, okay, especially since your 12th house is activated at this time. It can make you feel a little bit more sensitive than usual. And the Moon card also indicates that some of you are, you know, deepening your connection with your intuition, developing your spiritual gifts, and you may feel a little bit uncertain as to how your dating life is going or going to go. But I feel like you've become aware of your shadow self, and you've been going through a major transformation in your life where you're focusing on yourself and you're putting yourself at the center of things, putting yourself first, and not in an egotistical way, in a really healthy way where you're building boundaries and becoming very aware of what you want in life, and certainly aware of what you do not want. Now, when you get the Moon card in the external circumstances, it's really wonderful because connected with the Four of Cups, it means that there is a surprise in the mix, that there is an opportunity lying in the shadows. The universe is orchestrating a meeting with you and someone new, and you're not even aware of this yet. So I definitely see that there is someone who has the same dreams and goals as you that is connecting to you. And you and this person are going to be looking outwards in the same direction, wanting the same things, which is so important. Now, the hope and a fear position, we got the Ace of Wands. Now, Ace of Wands, you're hoping that there is someone who has a spark that really captures your attention, someone who has chemistry, someone who has a vision of the future that you are hoping to have, someone who's adventurous, kind, funny, and explorative as well. And with the Ace of Wands in this position, it can also indicate that yes, there may have been a hardship or a rejection that you've experienced in the past, or even if you've not had a previous experience, things have been so delayed with your love life that you feel it's never going to happen. But that's not true at all. Aces are divinely guided and they're gifted from the universe. It tends to mean that you're being guided to someone who really inspires you, someone who gives you that confidence to be your wonderful self and to move forward in the same direction. Some of you may have a sudden desire to create or pick up a new hobby or do something that's new, maybe even a new project. And by association, or even maybe a new adventure, by association, I definitely see you meeting someone new who really has a lot of chemistry with you. But it's more than that. It's love as well. Okay. Now, also, if you felt very unmotivated because there's no options out there, or you've just been feeling that there's no one who's going to garner your attraction, that will change. There is a change in your energy. And some of you, it may coincide with some sort of restructure or relocation in either your living quarters or your career sector, or where you feel like you belong as well. It could also be connected to a vacation. Now, your outcome energy, we've got the Ace of Cups. Love, the potential, the start of something new. It's a love opportunity that's coming your way. Now, I'm picking up strong Leo energy, Cancerian energy, as well as a little bit of Aquarius and Taurus. Okay, that's what's coming through there very heavily. Now, it doesn't mean sun, moon, or rising, but they could have strong placements in those areas. This is someone who is very stable in their life, someone who is very romantic, but also they're very adventurous. Okay, this person is very spontaneous, and they're the sort of person who would be like, you know what, should we just go away this weekend? And you're like, what? But I have to organize all these things. And they're like, yeah, okay. If you can get them organized and you've got time, let's go for it. This person, they're very accountable for their actions, and they also are very thoughtful. So they would never expect you to change your plans for them, but they always offer like a spontaneous activity or something that is exciting to do that gives you an option of whether you want to go for it. And I feel both you and this person have a very similar mindset and outlook on life as well. It's more than just the physical, I just heard. It's more than just the physical. So this is going to lead to a high level commitment, moving in with each other, or marriage, if that's what you're hoping for. If you're looking for children or to settle down as well, I feel like you could have children with this person too. But I really get that you and this person, you're on the same wavelength, and there's a lot of wonderful energy here as well. Okay, now with the Ace of Cups, I also see that this person really respects the sanctity of union, and this is someone you can trust. This is someone who is loyal. This is someone who makes a promise to never let you down. Okay, now of course relationships, they take work. There's always ups and downs in a relationship, but this person, they want to get to know you on a different level. When will you meet this person? Is what just came through. When will you meet this person? Well, I feel like you're making some sort of changes in your life, and if you've got a big vacation coming up, you either meet them in and around that time. Okay, I definitely see that you are, by the end of the year for sure, I definitely see that you will have moved in with this person. Okay, so they're not giving me an exact time frame. Now, also, if you feel like you are of a certain age and you feel that love is not going to visit you, that is not true at all. Okay, not true at all. And I'm not sure actually if one of your readings that I did for you a couple of weeks ago had a genie's lamp. One of the readings I did had a genie's lamp in it, and I've just seen a genie's lamp right there. So I'm not sure if it was the Gemini reading. Maybe it was another reading and you have placements in that, but I definitely remember a genie's lamp coming up in one of the readings, like in the last 2 weeks, I think it was. So anyway, I'll leave that there. It says, you will get what you wish for, but is it truly what you want? Okay, so of course, this is about really identifying what you want in a person and being very clear with the universe. I always say to people, visualize what you want in a person. Imagine what they look like, imagine what they do, imagine the sort of person they are, and imagine yourself having the relationship of your dreams with that person. Don't think about, oh, I'm going to meet someone in the future, because if you can't see that person and visualize yourself with that person right now, then it's going to just delay the process. Always see yourself with the sort of person you want, what they look like, and visualize yourself having dinner with that person, or thanks so much, I'm sure grateful. So they're giving me an image right now, so I'll come to that in a moment. Visualize yourself taking a shower with that person, or going on holiday with that person, or having children with that person if that's what you want, or having a pet with that person. Visualize yourself and the life that you have together, because thoughts become things, and you've got a King of Swords here, which really is about your thoughts becoming a reality, and you're in a high frequency of manifestation right now. The actual sign they're giving me, they're giving me a sign. It says, this way to the beach. This way to the beach. Okay, so either you're actually going to the beach, that's your vacation, or either this person, they showed me some beach huts now as well. Either this person has an apartment by the beach, and they might, if they're lucky, it might be their get out of town apartment, maybe, if you're really lucky. Or maybe you live by the beach. This way to the beach. It could be that you literally meet this person at the beach. I'm not sure why they're giving me that symbol or sign. Yeah, they could also come from a place that is near the beach. So please take it as it resonates. They may come from somewhere that's near the sea. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it like that. It could even be a sign or a symbol that you see over the next 6 weeks. Could be on a badge or a poster or a bench or even a sign. And it indicates that you're closer than ever to meeting someone new. It says there's still time to change the road that you're on. It's never too late. Okay, so taking the initiative, putting yourself in a situation to meet new love, and changing your approach to love. Remember, if you always do what you always do, you're always going to get what you always got. And if you're dissatisfied with that, it's time to change the approach. But the universe, I feel like you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right person. It says, if all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. And I feel this is a big thing with this new person. They are really thoughtful and they do appreciate the small things. This is the sort of person who is going to, and this came up in another reading. I think it came up in the Sagittarian reading. I'm not sure 100%. This is the sort of person, this new person, who's going to write you little notes and leave them in places to remind you of their love for you, okay? So this person is very thoughtful and very romantic. And it says here, you have so much to offer the world. Don't ever doubt your contribution. You are enough, and you bring a lot to the table of life and love, and you are lovable. And you're about to meet someone who is going to be an incredible asset to your life. Someone who's walking in the same direction as you, who takes love seriously and wants to settle down and, respects you and raises you up as much as you do the same for them. So it's really important to remember that someone new is an asset to your life, okay? A welcome addition. Oh my gosh. So we've got this engagement ring keeps coming up for everybody. It's like everybody's getting committed or going to be committed to somebody. There's a relationship coming on in. Now, this ring indicates a proposal in the future, but it also indicates a union, an understanding between two people who are brought together. And whenever we get the gem in the center, it's a mock diamond. It's not a real diamond, unfortunately. Maybe in the future one day. I'm not really into things like that anyway. So, but the diamond represents, pressure, something beautiful being created. under pressure. So I feel, yes, you've had a lot of hardship, but you're becoming, and I feel you are a true gem. And actually, you're going to meet someone who is identical in your energy and looking for the same things. And together you meet and it works, okay? We've also got a guitar here, so music may be relevant. I mean, either this person is a musician or you are, or some of you may be even rediscovering your musical skills and putting yourself in a group to hone those skills, or just rediscovering those and putting yourself in a situation to go out and listen to music, live bands, or even, you know, create with other people. We do have 2 stars on this guitar, so it tends to mean that you and your person, you're fine-tuning your energies right now in a solitary energy, but your soul song is calling each other in together, and you will come together. And you know, they're giving me a real cliche right now, almost don't want to say it, but you will make sweet music together is what they just said. So, you know, yeah, cheesy, I know, but that's what just came through. So I have to, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. I have to honor it. It's come through. And as you can see, we got the angels watching over you. You are specifically being guided to this person. Your ancestors are actually guiding you to this new person, okay? So they approve is what they're giving me. I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Gemini. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. And look out for that horseshoe. Now, horseshoe has come up before in a reading, maybe last year, but they're giving me it again now. So it obviously is important for it to be seen, okay? But it may not have been for your sign, but they're showing me horseshoe being important. I mean, if you like tattoos, it could even be that the person has got a horseshoe as a tattoo. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.